What's up guys, Brian Grant here of GotThisChampion.com, here to bring you some more Alliance War coverage. This time my Alliance for Loki is going up against HOK, House of Knights. And this alliance might look familiar to you if you're a fan of the YouTube channel Frojo34, because Frojo is actually in this alliance. If you have not checked out his channel, I definitely recommend it. Make some good content over there. But for this war, I'll be going in with Iceman, Gwenpool, and Vision. Kind of my my standard trio of champions here whenever Iceman is not being used in Alliance Quest. And my first normal node is clear, so I'll be moving on to the Outlast node. And Outlast node, sometimes this node can be problematic for me. It's nothing like too crazy, but you know, it's the first node in my path here that has like a decent amount of life. Never sure who I'm going to be fighting here, and today it is going to be Mordo. And I take notes before I do these recordings about all of these fights. And this one, the only note that I put down was rough fight. This fight did not go that smoothly for me. Mordos, you know, sometimes I can kill them pretty easily, and then other times it's just a rough fight, man. I don't know what else to say about it. It starts out just fine. I'm playing pretty cautiously here to not attack into him too much when he has bleeds on him, because I don't want to trigger one of my auto stuns. It's definitely the last thing I want to do is stun this guy and then get that degen on myself. Trying to bait out a special here, it doesn't quite happen, so now I'm just going to attack into him as much as I possibly can before he gets off his SP3. But the inevitable happens, and there it is, the SP3. It's not too bad though, you know, luckily Mordo, he has one of the weakest hitting SP3s in the entire game. Just because I guess Kabam knew that it was going to be hard to control his power. That I could have avoided though. That heavy attack, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know where my mind was at. I just totally eat that that heavy attack to the face. That dishes out just about as much damage as the SP3, and yeah, that one kind of sucked. That one kind of sucked. But I get through the fight. You know, I took a lot more damage than I would have liked to, but we continue on at least. So the next node is the unblockable L2 node, unblockable special 2, and this node I am always expecting Doctor Strange or Hood. It could be, you know, it could be other champions here. Occasionally I've seen Dormammu, occasionally I've seen Hyperion. Yeah, it can be any champion technically. I've seen Vision, OG Vision on this node, so you know, it could be one of those, but I'm always expecting Strange or Hood, and it's actually Dormammu this time around. Okay, so I go ahead and just get that first power burn off, and Dormammu, you know, he's not too bad. Kind of annoying. I would rather fight Doctor Strange, to be honest, but he's not that bad to fight on this node either. So you get that first power burn off. I do get hit with some degen, and that does hurt for sure, but you know, it's not the biggest deal. This guy's power is completely controlled at this point. Just trying to minimize the amount of damage I take. I get clipped by one of his attacks there. He's just got that long reach on it on his second attack. You can see right there, I didn't even realize that I landed a parry because I didn't realize his attack was gonna even stretch out that long. I think that's something that Kabam possibly just changed. I just saw it in their patch notes. This was actually before the 14.1 update. But yeah, it's kind of annoying, but anyway, the fight is over. I get through it. I mean, once you control his power, he's really not that bad. Next node up here, though, I have a note for this fight as well. My note for it is intense, because this fight is intense from basically the first few seconds in. This is the stun immune node, and I'm expecting to fight like Juggernaut, Spider-Man, one of those types of champions, someone that goes unstoppable or has evasion, and it is a Juggernaut, and this guy is a 5-star Juggernaut. He is rank 4, and yeah, fight starts out okay, and quickly turns to crap, as there goes 50% of my health right there just from getting hit those few times. Ah, man, not only does that kill my life, but of course that backs me into the corner here. And here's where the intensity begins, as I try to fight my way out of this corner as best as I possibly can without just getting destroyed. And like I said, basically starting out the fight with 50% health because of you know, that mistake I made in the beginning there. So I'm fighting. I'm trying to get out of this corner as best I can. Anytime he throws a heavy attack, I'm trying to you know, attack into it. I got hit by that special one there. I swear I should not have got hit by that. I thought I had the distance on it, but I guess I did not. But luckily I had an SP3 to give myself some distance to refresh my ice armor. The only bad part is on this particular node, when I use a special, it also gives him an extra bar of power. So he used his special immediately and kind of pushed me back against the, you know, towards the left wall a bit. I'm still in kind of an okay position. I'm not fully backed against the wall, but I'm getting there. I'm pretty close to it. I'm trying just you know, my best to stay out of that wall. Trying to attack into him while he's blocking as best I can, but at the same time, I'm very scared about you know, if he intercepts me basically. So I'm trying to be careful with that. I try to kind of just, you know, walk up to him whenever possible. I've seen it a little bit throughout this fight. If he's ever just standing back there blocking, I try to just you know, take my hand off a block, inch my way towards him. But yeah, he's kind of aggressive, so it doesn't work out that well. My life is very low at this point, but I've been hanging on. I'm kind of proud of myself for hanging on this far into the fight. He was unstoppable there against the wall, so I say, you know what, let's just use an SP3. I might die after this, but I'll give it a shot. The fight continues on. Right now, I'm kind of in an okay spot. I could possibly finish this fight out, but Mystic Dispersion comes in, and because I'm Iceman, I survived that SP3, but yeah, at this point, I'm so low, and I'm just freaking out, trying to dodge whatever attacks he has. Even if he attacked into me while I was blocking, I would have just been dead there. So yeah, there wasn't really much I could do at the end of the fight. I could have won that fight if it had, you know, if I didn't mess up in the beginning. Losing 50% of my HP like that, that really just, that starts to the fight just hurt so bad. But it's alright. He's weak enough that I should be able to come in here and just kind of clean things up with Gwenpool. He's only got 16,000 HP. So, yeah, luckily he's not immune to all debuffs. He's only immune to stun, unlike the left protector, where a 5-star Juggernaut is relatively common as well. So I can get the bleeds going on him. And the bleeds, yeah, they definitely hurt from Gwenpool, especially he's in assassin range. So yeah, this does not take many hits at all, and Juggernaut is down. So that fight, I really like fighting Juggernaut, and it's because of exactly everything that went on there. It's completely different. You know, when going up against someone that has Unstoppable versus someone that doesn't have Unstoppable, and the way you have to pace out the fight and be careful about how you maneuver, how you can get stuck in the corner and stuff like that. It just makes for a really fun fight. Like, I hate Juggernaut. I hate playing as Juggernaut. I don't want to see him in my crystals or anything like that, but fighting against him, I find it to be really fun. Alright, so the next node up here, this is actually Frojo. So, of course, you know I gotta take a little screenshot and send that over to Frojo. You'll see that in just a second, me taking a screenshot here. I was trying to look at his champions and thinking like, huh, who would Frojo have on this node? I'm not sure. But yeah, I take my screenshot. I send it over to him on Twitter right after this recording. And turns out Frojo has a King Groot on this node. Okay, interesting. Do not get a chance to see King Groot too much in Alliance War, so pretty interesting fight here. King Groot, I'm not totally familiar with his abilities, and sometimes I can get kind of wrecked by him. In this case, I feel like I played it alright. You know, not flawless or anything, but it's still pretty good, I would say. Even though this guy is immune to bleeds, you could see when I crit with Gwenpool, it still just cuts right through him. And, you know, I'm trying to avoid pushing him to his SP2 because I don't know how to evade the SP2. I would just have to block and eat that block damage. The SP1, though, you know, even the backed against the wall, is not too difficult to dodge. Every once in a while, I do get clipped by the SP1 when I'm fighting this guy out in like a quest or something like that. But, you know, it's usually not that bad. I can usually dodge the SP1, no problem. Like, I mean, if you're not against the wall, then it's very easy to dodge. But against the wall, what I'm saying, you know, occasionally I can get clipped by it. But in any case, I don't get clipped by it in this fight, and Frojo's King Groot does go down. And that is it for my normal path here, but there is a magic mini-boss up ahead. And, well, I mean, at this point I didn't know it was magic, but I was pretty sure it was magic. Looking at his profile here, of course he has a 5-star, you know, rank 4 magic, and it's only signature 20. So not the toughest of magics to bring down. Still annoying, of course. You can still get unlucky and have those limbos kick in and kind of eat you alive. And I don't start out the fight. Somebody else does most of the work here. But there is some action to be had with this magic. And I remember being kind of pissed off after doing this fight because my alliance, we had just finished a very tough war right before this where we used a lot of items. So we were, you know, not going to use any items this war. And I was thinking, like, you know what, if I healed up Gwenpool, I could definitely finish this fight without dying, without giving away any more deaths this war. But we decided not to use any items or anything. Turns out, after I do this fight, we kind of shift gears and we're like, you know what, we're pretty close to a win on this one. Let's use a few items. So yeah, normally in this situation I would have popped, you know, 1, maybe 2 potions into Gwenpool to finish out this fight. But in this case, I'm just in here with Vision trying to do a little bit of damage. I'm really not so good at fighting magic with Vision. It's, for some reason I just can't get it down. The power burn before giving her a bar of power. If you do like a 5-hit combo and then power burn, it like takes her just over the threshold. So I have to do like a 4-hit combo, but I don't know, for some reason I just never do. I'm just really not that good. I need more practice basically. I'm thinking, you know, I might be able to finish this fight with Gwenpool though. She's only has 37,000 life left. She had about 55 before I went with Vision. So Vision, he did a little bit of work, but really not too much. But Gwenpool, if I get some bleeds, some lucky bleeds going, I can cut her down pretty good. Especially, you know, she's in that assassin's range at this point. Of course, even in assassin's range, even after I have a few hits with Gwenpool, she still finds a way to trigger that limbo. I swear, there's like something going on with magic where some of the defensive ability accuracy stuff just feels like it does not work against her. Maybe it was just bad luck. I don't know. But yeah, I take her from 37k down to 13k. If she didn't trigger that limbo that one time, then, you know, I would have had the fight. But like I said, I normally I would have healed up beforehand and definitely secured that fight. But in any case, somebody else does take down that magic, and we do take down the boss. And by we, I mean somebody else in my alliance as well. But we do win. We do beat HOK in this case. It was a very, very close war, so good war to you guys. Definitely some tough defenders there. But that is going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.